The Business Desk on Rolling Out TV.
The Ad Killer Awards brought out some of the titans of the advertising industry. Advertising is an industry that touches the lives of all Americans. But many African Americans find themselves unaware of the career opportunities available. Rolling Out got a chance to talk to some of the biggest names in the business as they offer tips for making it into and maximizing one's potential in the world of advertising. Educate yourself for free right here on Rolling Out TV.
Now this whole thing is Next America is coming. You know, the idea of diversity, this thing that people have done as a matter of business, as a matter of a social responsibility. But the truth is, this Next America, you can't survive without a lot of diversity. You know, all of the good ideas come from these new groups. In other words, every second generation Asian, Latino, certainly black, right? The hip hop community, branding everything. They're picking, 8 of the top 10 records are hip hop. For you to to marginalize those voices or to think you can get away without recognizing them or understanding them, you're doing your brands a disservice. So ad color is a very critical thing to bring people to that awareness and to include the people they should. They would say, someone was bringing up the fact that all these people worked at all these companies. I'm like, some of these people could own these companies. So that was like, she said, well, your work helped me to get that. And I was like, no, that work was done. That's Reverend Jackson's work. That's when the hip-hop community did something else. They went beyond that. You have to, and sometimes the old work has to be preserved. In other words, it's important to have diversity by law. It's important to have diversity as a matter of social. But without recognizing how important it is from a business standpoint, you're doing your company a disservice, and this Next America, you won't survive in it unless you recognize it. So,
how important is effective and unique product placement?
Well, depending on the brand, you study it. Study your subject, right? And then you put your head down and you go to work. Studying means don't make the same mistakes that people around you did. And carve out something unique if you can. And if it's unique and no one knows what it is, then you're going to have resilience. Maybe no one will help you. So stay on your grind. You start out and you stay on it. Not because someone says it's not a good idea, but you have to stay on it. So that's what it is. People don't recognize. Sometimes it takes a day longer than you expected. And you have to keep working at it.
How has new media changed advertising?
I think the cheapest thing you could do to build most any brand in America is recognize this hip-hop space. Because then you send a Latino kid home to teach his parents. Send an Asian kid home to teach his parents. Your black kid is already driving the entire American pop culture. Speak to them. Speak to them. They're not small pockets. They are the core of brand building in America. So give all your money to those initiatives. The rest of the stuff will fall in place.
Advice on entering the advertising industry.
Well, I think it's about consciousness of empowering people through really spiritual pursuit. It's really critical. I mean, that's really all it is. How do you see the world? How do you see yourself in the world? So it's about consciousness. So, I try to promote simple ideas. The idea of hard work and dedication promotes consciousness. But it's simple. I try to put things in schools like meditation. These simple ideas that are in all the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Yoga Sutras, and the Buddhist scriptures. They're simple ideas, but they're basic. Your mother told you. Do what your mother said. And that sometimes people overlook it. They talk about how to get something rather than how to give it. So I try to promote giving. What up? It's Russell Simmons. We're on Rolling Out TV.